nasty and people don't take care of it like they're supposed to.
Family place. My family has met there on several 4th of July events.
I mean, it's a mess, I guess, that I know of.
My interest in the Anacostia River started as a child. I grew up here in Washington, D.C. and in Ward 7. And as a young child, the river and the natural areas were my playground. The Anacostia River is where I learned how to swim. The reason I learned how to swim there is because the swimming pools, and there were basically only one in this area, but it was segregated. I think as an adult, I know about not having access to that pool more so than when I was a kid. We just knew we couldn't go. But we didn't miss it, and I feel that we really got the better end of the deal anyway.
The Anacostia River, though, has undergone a lot of change over time. Historically, it was really more almost an embayment, meaning it's a tidal river. It has a 3-foot tide, believe it or not. Twice a day the river rises and falls 3 feet. And it had hundreds and hundreds of acres of wetlands all along the shores. It was a real big stopover point for migratory waterfowl. There were lots of fish, all kinds of animals that lived here. It's a very healthy ecosystem. But it's also very slow moving. Because the tide sort of washed in and out, the river didn't flow and flush as readily as, say, the Potomac, because it was a much smaller river. We started to build streets and roads and rooftops that didn't let rainwater sink into the soil. And so what happened is it started to run off, and with it, it started to bring with it more sediment, caused more erosion in the streams. It also brought with it any of the pollutants that are on the land. The Anacostia Watershed Society was founded with the goal of cleaning up the Anacostia River and drawing more attention to it as a resource and as something that should be celebrated and not avoided and shunned. And we did a lot of work to just try to get rid of the visual blight, because the thinking was, if we can get rid of the visual blight, we can make the river at least look better, and that will allow people to open their mind to the possibility of what the river can be.
I've been photographing for over 15 years in and off the river and its surrounding communities. I'm a very passionate photographer as far as getting the true message across to the public at large of how valuable and wonderful the river is, not only to me but to the community. My style of photography is very intense, with saturating colors and light to emulate what the river could be in the future. What brought me to the river was earlier was the debris, and I was trying to do abstract photography using the debris, but it was sort of counterproductive of how I felt and what I was shooting, so I immediately abandoned that and went in another direction of the true spirit of the river.
We don't even really know how magnificent the river is going to be when it is allowed to recover, when you stop that input of pollutants.
This Bandalong litter trap is an excellent example of a partnership working together to clean and remove trash from the Anacostia River. This litter trap has been monitored since January of 2012, and presently it averages between 30 and 40 pounds of trash a week. We have maintained the litter trap located in Kenilworth Park for over a year, and in 2011 that litter trap, we removed a total of more than 9,000 pounds of trash and debris. So it has made a noticeable difference of keeping the waterway cleaned, and we're definitely reducing the amount of trash.
I think to date we've organized over 85,000 people to come out and help volunteer on the river, picking up trash and planting trees and pulling invasive, weeds out of parks. Just trying to get people to physically come out and touch the river, because there's something magical that happens when somebody invests their time and their body and their presence and their soul to come out and do some good, to heal the environment.
Today we're out here at Kingman Island for our Earth Day cleanup and celebration, which is 40 sites all over the watershed, with a couple thousand volunteers out here picking up trash, which is one of the major challenges that the river faces.
It's been a beautiful day to be out here, and we found plenty of trash.
We help clean up down at the Kenilworth Park.
We're here for Earth Day to clean up the Kingman and Heritage site.
Picking up some trash around the river, some simple stuff, but it's dramatic.
Picking up trash is really an easy way for people to get involved and start to learn about the challenges the river faces. Anybody can come out and pick up a piece of trash, and then they start to wonder, where did this come from? How do we stop this? We shouldn't have to live like this. And then that ties in very nicely with our new Rediscover Your Anacostia campaign, which we're launching at this event, because people protect what they love. So if we can show them different ways that they can participate with the river, whether it's paddling or taking a bike ride down the bike path or checking out some of the wildlife, it's going to keep them more invested in protecting the river in the future.
Every time the Anacostia River comes up, somebody complains about how dirty and nasty it is. And I live pretty close to Anacostia, and it's actually people don't know a lot of things around there. It's a lot of art and stuff. People don't really see the good side of Anacostia.
And she just pointed out stuff to me I never saw before, and I never even been over here. But if more people even look at it, it's really beautiful over here, to be honest with you.
It's just so beautiful and serene. More ability to interact with our environment and enjoy it and have recreation. So I'd like to really see that, so that us city dwellers can come and sit beside a beautiful river and fish and just enjoy.
I see this river as a unifier. I see the river as a way to re-engage communities with each other and with the environment.
I definitely would like to see a trash-free Anacostia River, which would mean a lot of stewardship on the part of citizens and residents in helping to make that happen. I also would like to see a fishable, swimmable river in my lifetime. That would really be a dream.
I have a son, he's 14 months old, and I intend to raise him here, and I'd like, by the time he's teenager, young adult, that he can come out and recreate on the river and feel safe about doing so, and it can be just as much of a gathering place as the Potomac is now for our community.
Because people are looking for this. People are searching their souls. The river offers a vacation without spending a lot of money, without even leaving your neighborhood. You can go on a trip and be back for dinner.